Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. And this week I'm doing something a little bit different, but I'm actually really excited to do this, and I have wanted to do this in the past for my previous big projects, and that is a design and prep video. Normally, I bring you guys into my projects and process when a lot of work has already been done, and I will quickly bring you up to speed on what I'm picturing in my head, show you a 3D rendering, and for the most part, get right to work. But I thought it would be fun to actually bring you along on my design process, from looking for photos, figuring out a layout that will work with my specific project that I'm gonna be doing, making my 3D renderings, and figuring out the supplies and tools I need to actually do the project to make sure everything is good to go. And this will be helpful for you guys because this will give you more context into the project when I get started. It'll also help me think through things a little bit more as I explain things to you, whereas normally I'm just sitting on my couch talking to my cats. And they're not helpful whatsoever. So, with all of that being said, let's get started designing so I can bring you up to speed on this project I am about to get started on. And she's on! Okay, I am gonna get my space set up for some serious designing while I explain to you guys what this project is. Not only is this thing good for protecting my desk, it's also great for jotting down notes all over it while I'm designing. Okay, so over the last 2 years, my mother and father-in-law have been wanting me to do some kind of project at their house. And about a month ago, they presented me with a long list of projects they would like done at their house and was wondering if I was interested in doing any of them. And one project in particular really stuck out to me, and that was a closet makeover. I knew that they had a really decent sized walk-in closet, and I could instantly picture doing just like a beautiful built-in custom organized closet system. And I also particularly like projects that I know are gonna be fun, that I'm gonna learn a lot from, make mistakes. And so I told them I would be happy to do a closet makeover for them. So with all of that being said though, because this project is not at my house, there is a whole extra layer of prep that needs to go into this project. My father-in-law would like me to get him some kind of supply list so that he can run out and get me some stuff so that when I actually get there, I can kind of hit the ground running. And also I need to put together a tool list because I need to pack up all my tools and take them with me. So now let's talk about their wish list. It's not very big, but they do have a few things that they're hoping to get out of this makeover. The first thing is more storage, which is going to be easy to add in more storage because as of right now, they just have a wire rack system, so they have to hang up all of their clothes. And their second thing on their wish list is more shoe storage. As of right now, they just kind of have like a wire rack at the bottom of their closet that they line shoes on. And the final thing on their wish list, and the thing that's currently stumping me, is a way to break up the closet so that there's a his side of the closet and a her side of the closet. So if there's a way I can visually break up this space so that they know this is my side, this is your side, that would be great. And as far as closet makeovers go, I've seen 3 different options. You could go the route of everything is custom built. You build drawers, you build cabinets, it's all custom. And then there's the route of 50-50, where you get some pre-made stuff like drawers or cabinets and you integrate it into some custom built stuff. And the final way to do a closet makeover is to get a pre-made closet system like the IKEA PAX system and install that. I am going to be doing more of the 50-50 route because I only have so much time there, so I don't want to waste all my time building drawers and building cabinets if I don't have to. So now that you guys are fully up to speed on this project and what I need to design out, I'm going to quickly go on Pinterest, create a board for this project, and just start pinning a bunch of pictures of things I like, things I don't like, overall style and aesthetic of different closets I like, and I'll also start looking at layouts of what other people do and and pinning some things that might work in this particular closet. Okay, so I just went ahead and pinned a whole bunch of pictures of all different kinds of stuff. One thing that I noticed right away that I do not like is when the closet system is shallow. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll try to find a photo real quick. Ooh, like this closet. The system itself is like probably a foot deep. And so the clothes pop out of the little like cubby holes. And I don't like that. I feel like it looks cluttered and messy. I like something more like this one where the clothes are tucked back into the little cubby hole. I think that looks a lot nicer. And the other thing that I do not like is something like this where there is double hanging, but there's no shelf in between the two sections. It just looks cluttered, it looks messy, and I don't like it. But overall, I really love the aesthetic of this specific closet, and I feel like this one and this one would really fit my mother and father-in-law's house, and they have a lot of like blues and grays within it, so I think this would really look nice. So now I'm gonna take all of these photos that I have and try to figure out some kind of layout that will work for this specific closet, and I'm just gonna try out a whole bunch of different options until I find something that sticks. Guys, I think I might have just stumbled on an idea on how I can break up this space, and it was a complete accident because I went to erase something and then it dawned on me what I can do to break up this space. So when you walk in through this door right here, to the left of the door, there's a wall right here that I could do a whole flat system, and this could be my father-in-law's side of the closet, and then have a break in this closet system right over here, and then I've got this U-shaped system over here for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law has more clothes than my father-in-law, so this would give her plenty of space, and this would give him plenty of space, but there's a very distinct separation within the closet that would give them their own space. And because there's a separation in the space right here, I could add like a floor-length mirror with like maybe a little ottoman or something like that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. There's a very distinct his side of the closet, her side of the closet, and it also still gives them plenty of room and plenty of storage for their clothes. Okay, so now that I have this kind of like bird's eye view of what I want this organizing system to look like, I'm gonna go ahead and design out the his side of the closet and the her side of the closet and figure out where I want double hanging, where I want long hanging, shelves, drawers, and all that stuff. And right now, all I have to go off of is a few pictures of their current closet plus the measurements of the closet. And so from those pictures, I can see how much clothes my mother-in-law has and how much clothes my father-in-law has. So I can determine what they'll need as far as hanging, drawers, shelves, and all that stuff. I think I have his side of the closet designed out. Technically, it's not going to fully be his side of the closet because in the center here, I have floor-to-ceiling shelves that I think would be great for shoes, and I have a feeling some of my mother-in-law's shoes will make it to this side of the closet. But between the double hanging, single hanging, and drawers over here, that should be plenty of space for his clothes. So I really like this. Visually, this is kind of what I like. I like to break up the hanging areas so that it doesn't feel cluttered. Now that I have the his side of the closet planned out, I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out what the her side of the closet is going to look like. So I have a loose idea of what I think might work for my mother-in-law's side. I really enjoy symmetrical designs, so this is very symmetrical. We've got two dressers side by side with hanging above the dressers, long hanging to each side, and then double hanging next to that. So now that I have a very loose idea of what I want the his side of the closet to look like and what I want the her side of the closet to look like, now it's time to figure out if this will actually work out in my favor, because for the most part, I have no idea what any of these measurements are going to be. So this is the part of the process where my design can really start to fall apart, and it's really fun. So I am going to go through and check measurements and actually make sure that this right here can actually work out. I need to check what are some standard measurements I'm going to need to know for building these systems. Okay, what do I need to look up? Depth of closet. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Okay, what is the depth of IKEA pack system? Okay, so the IKEA pack system, where the clothes fully sit back into the little cubby area, is 22 inches. So I need to make sure that I make them 22 inches deep. Okay, 5 feet 6 inches is standard for long hanging. 3 feet 6 inches is standard for double hanging. I have the standard measurements. I have an idea of what I'm hoping this space is going to look like. This is when I switch over to my room planner app. This is the app I use to do all of my 3D renderings. So I'm just going to start off by quickly inserting all of the correct measurements for this closet. Okay, I have the correct measurements inserted, and this is the part where I can just start to drag and drop things into this program, and it's very user-friendly and very easy. Ah, there she is. Okay, and the nice part about this app is they already have a lot of furniture already programmed into it. So there's a lot of IKEA furniture, there's a lot of Wayfair furniture, and they actually have the specific dresser in here that I want to use for my father-in-law's side of the closet. I'm gonna start just dragging and dropping things into the system for my father-in-law's side. Okay, so I just plugged in everything for my father-in-law's side, and for the measurements that I had and the measurements I was thinking and the overall look, it looks like this side is going to work out really nicely. The funny thing about this program is you can't get like crazy specific with everything. You kind of have to use what is in the program. So basically these little cubes that I'm using up here and then down here for the hanging clothes is actually just IKEA calyxes, like the single cube IKEA calyx, and I just made it to the height, width, and depth that I want these little cubbies to be, and they represent like the little cube built-ins that I'm gonna be building. And then over here, this shelf is either an IKEA or Wayfair shelf that I then also dragged and dropped into this program, made it the height, width, and depth that I needed it to be, and then I made everything the same color. And even though it's not like crazy accurate, it definitely helps me get a sense of what I need to do for the project. Okay, my father-in-law's side is done. Now we can start plugging in the stuff for my mother-in-law's side. Okay, so I just ran into my first design issue. Woohoo! I love it when this happens. So, what I planned on doing for my mother-in-law's side, these dressers right here are the IKEA Tarva dressers, and I don't want to switch them out because they're the perfect width for the space, but the depth of the IKEA Tarva dressers are only 16 inches. So what I can do is two things. I can pull the dressers away from the wall, make the cubbies 22 inches deep, and then I'm losing 6 inches behind the dressers, or I could switch what's above the dressers from hanging clothes to shelves for like shoes or baskets or whatever. And then I can push the dressers all the way up against the wall and I lose no space behind the dressers. Now I have to figure out what I want to do. So I have my mother-in-law's side designed out, and this is kind of where you get to see the downsides to this program and how you can't make it like really specific. Over in these corners up here, I plan on making these shelves up here L-shaped so that they match up with this unit and so that it looks really like custom and built in. And because I switched above the dressers from hanging clothes to shelves, I made this corner over here double hanging. I'm a little nervous about putting double hanging in a corner, so I think what I'm gonna have to do is just wait until I get to the space to figure out if I need to move these dressers away from the wall and make this hanging above the dressers, or if it's cool to push them against the wall and have shelves. But now that I have the his side and the her side planned out, I wanted to show you guys my favorite part of this program is I can take a photo. I'm gonna change the lighting and then I'll switch it around to my father-in-law's side, take a photo, and then it takes a few minutes and it'll render it to look more realistic, and I can take those photos, send them to my in-laws, and they can approve of the design. So the final thing that I need to do for today is make a tool list and get that over to my father-in-law so that I can see what tools he has and what tools I need to bring so that by tomorrow I can get packed up and I'll be ready to go Monday morning. Okay guys, it has actually been a few days since I designed and planned out this project, and now I have a list of all of the tools that I need to bring with me because I head out tomorrow morning to go start this closet makeover. Luckily for me, my father-in-law does have a lot of the tools that I need to do this project. Also, over the last few days, I kept trying to come up with like an official lumber list to do this project, but I was just getting extremely frustrated because I am not in the space, and so I kind of have to take measurements as I go. So it was basically impossible for me to come up with like an official lumber list. So I basically just got my father-in-law a list of supplies I need to just get me started, and then I can get stuff as I go. So with all that being said, let's go pack up some tools. Okay guys, I am all packed up and ready to go for the most part. The only thing I have to pack up is this camera, and then I am officially ready to go. So I hope you guys liked this video. I had a lot of fun taking you on my design and prep process, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you think for 2 seconds that I put every little thing about this project into this video, think again. There is something so incredibly cool about this project that I cannot wait to share with you guys, but I did want to keep it a surprise for part 1 of the closet makeover. So with all of that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!